It's a very complicated craft. It took me a long time to actually understand how does this thing go and come back. How does it begin to expand inside of me to the point to spill it out. It took me long enough, and I haven't mastered it yet. It's very complicated to deal with this energy, to deal with this attitude that is needed when the idea comes, the urge to do something with it comes, and to actually doing something. It's complicated when you are surrounded by a not very healthy environment, that you are surrounded in a very toxic reality where no one understands you, no one believes in you, no one understands the particularities of this craft, and not only the people you know, but the whole society is built in a standard which you have to follow these specific rules, and it's not just to do with society it's as a whole, but it has to do with everyday life, you know, that you have to get up at some time, you have to have breakfast, and then you have to study, and then you have to have lunch, and the craft doesn't work like that. Like, sometimes you have an idea in the middle of the shower, or in the middle of lunch, or in the train, or when you are talking to someone else and you have the idea and you have to do it there. You have to build a project of your creation there at that specific moment, and if you don't, you will lose the idea. And how to keep this idea strong enough until the time that you really can do something about it. It's complicated, and it's also complicated when you cannot hold this idea long enough and you tell the person, stop talking for a minute, I have to write something down, or stop talking for a minute, I have to do this video, or I have to do this drawing, or I have to do this song. It's complicated to explain that. And when you have to keep this energy like at focus, when you have to keep this energy building up inside you until that moment that you are able to do something about it, that you are able to spill it out, you have to build a very specific mindset and a specific body set to keep that burning inside of you with the same amount of power until the moment that you are able to do it. And it's also about building that moment, building the specific circumstances for you to do it, for you to start that. And for example, at this very moment when I am recording this video, I was watching another video, and then I have an idea about something that I have to do, and I was drawing at my desk the same way that I used to do when I was at school. But when I was at school and I was drawing the desk, I was always interrupted by the teacher, because that drawing have nothing to do with what the teacher was telling me. But that drawing have a lot of creative potential. And how many drawings I lost throughout my life because the teacher told me to erase them. That's very mean, actually. That is very mean. But now I was making this draw about something that I have to do, a work of art. I was doing my craft, and then I stopped the video, got up from my desk to put this draw into the actual frame that I'm supposed to do it. And when I was looking for the frame to make this draw, I was thinking about all the things that I'm telling the camera now. Like I was looking for the frame and I was thinking, and then everything come out at the same moment. And then I decided to make this video. Like, there are two products, the drawing that I'm doing and the video that I'm making now. There are two products of my own creation. They both came out at the same moment. I gotta be able to do both things, to make the video and to keep looking for the frame or the tape to glue the frame at the wall, because this thought came out when I was watching this video, which was almost like being at class, watching the teacher explain something to me, which was maybe very interesting, but that thing that teacher was saying to me gave me a urge to do something else, as this video have gave me this urge to do this drawing and to make this video. And now that I got mature, I'm able to understand that when this urge comes, I should split out. I cannot contain it. I should not contain it, because that will be mean. So now I did learn how to split it out at the precise moment. But also, I'm kind of in a struggle right now, because I'm looking for the bloody tape. So the whole thing that I'm telling at this video right now is about how hard it is to actually master this craft, and how imprecise this craft is. And this is a little thing about the craft that is something that goes inside the mind of a creator that maybe other kind of people that are not creators don't understand. They don't have a clue about how does the creation process happens, because they only see the creation finished. They don't know the process. They don't know how it is to begin to think about something that will become a product. They don't know the struggles that it is. Unfortunately, in this video you are not seeing how complicated the environment that I am right now, how complicated it is. And I wish that it wasn't. I wish to be in a clean studio with everything that I needed at the reach of my hand, but it's not. So constantly the creator has to learn how to concentrate his energy and to keep it at the right amount, at the right way, because if the creator do not learn how to do it, maybe he will lose a lot of ideas because of situations like this. And I think the most important thing is to understand that all creators have something in common. Their mind works in a very similar way, but American creators like myself think in a different way from Asian creators or European creators or African creators, and specifically saying Brazilian creators, which is my background, have a very common way to think, beginning on adversities. The beginning of our creations is on adversity. So sometimes what we are saying is not exactly as creative as it could be, or as creative as we want it to be, but it is an answer to the adversity, because we are not used to be in a normal environment. We are not used to be in a clear, in a clean, in a healthy, in a positive environment where everything is at the reach of our hands. On the contrary, everything is as far as they could be. Everything is far, everything is hard, everything is a struggle. Everything is a struggle. And at some point it helps us to build our creativity, to deal with adversities. But at some point it becomes too hard to deal with. Sometimes it's too hard to deal with, really.